always know where I'm headed, but I always find a way to keep going. Roll with me. Peace and good morning, everyone. My name is Olivia, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to briefly talk to you about the importance of giving yourself time to adjust to a new routine, a new way of life. As some of you may know, I recently transitioned back to Georgia. I'm officially a Georgia Peach again. I lived here about, 10 years ago, I guess. I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't 10, but anyway. I was away for some years and decided to move back. And one of the more challenging parts of the transition has been trying to use my same techniques, routines, tools, and structure that I had in Virginia to a whole new way of living here in Georgia. Journey, my 5-year-old, is in kindergarten. You know, she rides the bus. She gets on the bus about 7. She was getting home at like 2:30, which is in the middle of my work day. And I was still trying to push myself to be present and keep her entertained and work full time. My work day doesn't end until 5. And I found myself a little stressed because there was no way I could focus on being mommy and being present with, my job. And so after talking to a good friend about my frustrations, he said, well, why don't you consider after school care? First thought on my mind was, I don't know how much it is. Second thing was, why do I need it? If I'm home, I work from home, I'm able to get her off the bus. And he explained to me, he was like, look, things are a little bit different for you, and this might be a good thing for Journey. It'll give her an opportunity to play with her friends, and really just enjoy herself while you get to focus on work and doing whatever you need to do to prepare for, your evening with the kids. So I did a little research. I got her enrolled, and she started maybe the following week and loved it. Like, really, really, really loved it. And it gave me room to get work done, get dinner prepped and ready before I had to pick her up, and just really take a second to myself to just breathe, and just be Olivia, So even though it was not the same routine I had, or even the one I had in mind, I'm grateful for not only the suggestion, but I'm grateful that I found the strength to push through whatever mommy guilt I was feeling, or whatever desire I had to just stick to what I knew. You know what I mean? So if you find yourself really struggling with a huge transition, or even a small transition, like maybe you decided to start working out, or your doctor told you, hey, it's time to get it together, just know that your old ways of doing things, your old solutions, old tools may not work anymore for this new way of life that you're adopting, whether it's by force or by choice. So I wanted to give you some, I guess, tips and solutions on how to use writing as a way to help you through these, a new transition. So the first thing I would encourage you to do, and you can use pen and paper, you can use the Notes app on your phone, which is my favorite. I have an iPhone. First, you want to write out whatever the issue is you're struggling with. So in my case, I was trying to figure out how to balance that time from 2:30 to 8 o'clock when it was her bedtime, Journey's bedtime. So I had to write out the struggle. Like, I'm stressed, at 2:30 trying to get her from the bus and balance a meeting. I knew that I had to get dinner done in that time. I knew I had to keep her awake, because if I let her fall asleep, we were going to be up till 3 a.m. And then that kind of messes up the schedule for the next day of getting on the bus peacefully and, all that. I knew that I wanted to have dinner ready by a certain time because I was struggling with that. So I wrote all of these things down. And then the next step is to write down everything write down all your possible solutions, right? So in this case, I could do after school care. I could adjust my work schedule to where maybe I take a break between 2:30 and 4:30 to be present with her and give her time, and then maybe work a little bit later because, I work from home. I could recruit help from my 15-year-old. Maybe she could spend some time with Journey for a couple hours while I finish up work. I think she gets home about 4. So I had all these possible solutions, and I also had to weigh the cost of after school care, make sure that I could pick her up. School's 5 minutes away, so it's like, okay, I got to get her by 6. And then once you have all the possible solutions on paper, you pick one, and then you write down action steps you need to take to incorporate that into your new schedule. So I made the decision to do after school care. I went online, did the research, got her registered, paid whatever fees I needed to pay, and they let me know that they would email me when she's fully registered and can get started. And 100% of the process was online, so that made it easy for me. And I set the date on my calendar in my phone, my little planner on the refrigerator, said, okay, this is when she's going to start. Now I will admit that first day she started, it felt a little weird. It felt a little weird to have free time. And then we had some issues come up with a breakdown of communication between the school bus, the after school program, so there were some roadblocks and little hiccups, but overall it was one of the best decisions I ever made. You know what I mean? Like, so far so good. And the final thing to write down is a little moment of gratitude. Like, just thank God for the resources. Thank God for the support. Like, just take a final second, maybe not in that moment, but once you've made the decision and you've had a chance to see if it worked out for you or not, just thank God for just find a little gratitude. you know, like, yeah, be grateful, find some gratitude. So in summary, you want to write down the problem, you want to write down the solutions, you want to write down the action steps, and then you want to write down some gratitude, give some thanks. Yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions or comments, or you need a little help figuring out how to transition from something old to something new, feel free to reach out, hit me up. We can talk about it, we can chat about it, we can text about it, we can definitely write about it. Until next time, peace.